Hello there, friends. Rebecca here, the Dragon Librarian from Farmington Community Library, and today I'm going to talk about a very special series that I absolutely love, and I hope that you will love it too. So the name of this series is called the Truly Devious series by Maureen Johnson. And this is the first book in it, called Truly Devious. Now, it was originally just a trilogy, and the main storyline is really just the 3 books, but an exciting thing just happened, and a 4th book came out for it that is actually takes place after these 3 books, so you don't have to. This story is all wrapped up at the end of book 3. So book 4 is more of a standalone book set in the same world. But if you love mysteries, if you love really quirky characters with fantastic dialogue, I guarantee you will love this series. I have to say, I think this is probably my favorite mystery young adult series. It's just so good. So this is the first book. Like I said, it's called Truly Devious. The second book is checked out right now, but it is called The Vanishing Staircase. Here's the third book, The Hand on the Wall. Very exciting. And here is the brand new 4th book, A Box in the Woods. Ooh. So what the trilogy is about, the first 3 books, is about this mysterious school called the Ellingham Academy, where at the turn of the century, the guy who was making the school, Mr. Ellingham, loved puzzles, he loved riddles, so he kind of based this school on gifted young people who could come and, get an education that was a little bit out of the norm. So he did this, and then, unfortunately, his daughter and his wife were kidnapped. His wife was found dead a little bit after that, but the daughter was never found. So for almost 100 years, there's been this mystery surrounding the school. What happened to the daughter? Could she still be alive somehow? Is she, or her descendants, or what is going on? Or if she was killed like the mother was, where's her body? What happened? So fast forward to the present day with our main character, whose name is Stevie, and Stevie is an amateur detective. And I don't mean like Nancy Drew. I mean like she listens to all kinds of like murder podcasts and is super obsessed with reading about like pathology and forensics and crime and stuff like that. She is all about solving mysteries. So she makes it her mission to get to the school so she can solve the mystery. So she makes these new friends, but then people start winding up dead around her. And she has to wonder if it has to do with her getting closer and closer to finding out what is going on with this mystery, or is it something unrelated to that? What is happening? Who is behind this? New, atrocities. And this series is so good. I mentioned before the quirky characters. Stevie is an amazing character. I loved her so much. Partly because she is super anxiety ridden, and I related to that a lot, but also just because she was really fun to just follow around as she was unraveling all these clues and these mysteries. And the dialogue between her and her classmates and her friends is just so perfect. It's sometimes a little rarer than you would think to find a book that has really great young adult dialogue with the characters just interacting with each other, and it does. This just flows so well. I absolutely love this series. So at the end of the 3rd book, The Hand in the Wall, this storyline is done, right? She solves the crime. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you what happens because you need to go read it yourself and find out. But The Box in the Woods, which is book number 4, starts this whole new saga. It is contained in this one book, so it's just a standalone story. Stevie is invited to this summer camp where 3 teen counselors were murdered back in the 70s, and the case was never solved. So somebody who is starting this crime podcast, who now owns the camp, invites Stevie and her friends to come up for the summer to see if they can dig around and maybe solve it. Again, people start winding up dead. Stevie starts uncovering all these clues, and the killer might be closer than you would think. So this is another one that is just fantastic. I would, even though it is a standalone, I would recommend reading the other 3 first, just so you get such a feel for the characters. If you're in it just for the story of the murders and trying to solve that, you can absolutely read this by itself. You don't need any character backstory. And the author, Maureen Johnson, does do a really good job in the beginning, just doing a quick overview of what happened in the other previous books. So you could definitely read this one on its own. You won't get the full effect of awesomeness, though, if you don't start with the other three. But either way, whichever you do it, this is also a really good story. I was tearing through this book trying to figure out what was going on here at this camp. It's such a spooky thing, right? A camp where murders had taken place. So absolutely fantastic book. Highly recommend all these books by Maureen Johnson if you love mysteries, if you love thrills, even if you just love really great stories with characters that you can relate to and have just fantastic dialogue with each other. It's so good. Highly recommend it. Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. Well, that's what I've got for you guys today. I hope that this series and this author sound really incredible. If so, come on down to the Farmington Community Library. You can pick them up at either branch, and if you do, please come in and say hi to us, your teen librarians. We love to talk to you. And if you do read these books, definitely come in and talk to me about them because I want to know what you think. Thanks so much, my friends, and have a wonderful rest of the day.